What's up, everybody? It's Boucher99, and I'm gonna do this reaction video to um, Archie Carras, and he's a high roller gambler. And this is by Mark, and he's from Soft White Underbelly. I like reacting to videos. My last video was kind of like off because the video editor, and I'm still trying to learn to use this new video editor. So um, I appreciate you all for watching, and I hope you enjoy.
You have to understand something. Money means nothing to me. I don't value it. I had all the material things I can ever want, everything. The things that I want, money can buy. Freedom, love, happiness, and health, especially health. I don't care about money, so I have no fear. I don't care if I lose it. That's what made me a great gambler, I guess.
I want to say Mark's last name. I think it's Leda or Lida. But uh, I apologize if I mispronounce his last name. I just had trouble saying it. It's spelled in a way that is difficult for me to say, I guess. Mark Leisha. So, Softlight Underbelly, Gambler, High Roller, Archie Carras, Las Vegas, Nevada, by Mark Leda.
All right, Archie. Archie, where'd you grow up? Where are you from originally?
I'm originally from Greece.
You grew up in Greece.
Yes, sir.
And what was your childhood like? You had both your parents?
I had both my parents, yes.
How would you describe your childhood?
It was a rough one. I grew up in a very poor, it was right after the Second World War. So I was born 1950. And things were rough everywhere, especially in Greece, small country. So, my father was a contractor, but he didn't make much money. He worked for pennies back those days, for small money. People didn't have any money.
Yeah.
And I grew up pretty poor, So I decided that, look somewhere else for a little better living, So
You came to the United States at what age?
I was 16 years old,
With
17 actually.
With your family?
No, I came by myself.
You came by yourself?
I worked in a ship and came there and ended up staying here. Now they're coming by the millions. I was only one.
Yeah.
But I was, looking for a job and, make a better living.
You went through school? You graduated high school?
I went to the 3 years in junior high, and that was it.
So you never finished high school?
I never finished it altogether, no.
Yeah. And what did you do for work?
Here?
When you came?
When I came here, I started working in restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
Greeks own a lot of restaurants, so I started working at some of the Greek restaurants here.
At what point did gambling come into your life?
Well, they were playing a little poker and a little pool, so that's how I got involved. You get losers, and then you need to learn how to get better so you can win. Get better and better, and work for a long time and broke, lose your paycheck. So that's pretty much it.
Are there gamblers in your family?
Yeah, small time. My father played a little bit, gin rum. He got some few games, the Greek games, coffee house where they get together, the Greeks at night after work.
Mm-hmm.
And he played a little, but he wasn't a big gambler. He couldn't afford it. He hardly could afford the food for the family.
So, but for you, gambling became a more serious part of your life.
For me, it came my whole life. So I started getting better, and I got real good at it. I can see that I was making pretty good, up and downs, of course, because that's what gambling is. That's what, I go up and then I go down and up and down and up and down. It turned my whole life around. I got better and better as I went. Took me a long time. It's a rough living. I don't recommend it to anybody.
Tough way to support your family, I would think.
Not support your family anyway, but I don't recommend it, period. That's a rough living. A lot of stress, a lot of pressure.
Do you have a family? You have a wife?
I did. I was married. I was married 2 times. It don't work out. It don't mix gambling and family, or gambling and women, or gambling and drinking. Some of those things don't mix. They don't go together.
And do you use alcohol or drugs or anything like that?
No, I don't. No alcohol, no drugs, not even smoking. Mm-hmm. But back then, it got me the secondhand smoke. They used to smoke they stopped later on. But in the beginning, it was smoking, and that hurt my health.
So what it seems like is he's just like an average guy, typical, like just normal person, you know, someone you could just be in the same room with and not even know it, type of thing. And what's cool about him, in my opinion, is that he actually came to the United States at like a teenager, and he still managed to like get a job, and he still managed to like still find something that he liked to do. I mean, he said that like working at restaurants wasn't his thing, and he said he was up and down with his gambling. So he learned that he made some okay profits, which helped him survive. So then he just kind of stuck with that, and that's the only option that he thought he had. So that's just what I'm getting from this right now.
I'm sure, yeah.
Yeah.
You were spending a lot of time in casinos?
All my life in casinos, and finally, last year I paid the price. I had I got diagnosed with, aneurysm in the head from the pressure and from all the ups and downs of the gambling.
The pressure of gambling?
Gambling, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I paid the price.
And what games were you? Was it blackjack that you started with, or?
I started playing pool, and then went into poker, and then all kinds of poker. Poker, they have about 10 different versions, and then some blackjack in the casino. Dice was my main game.
And there is some skill involved, right?
There's skill in the casino. The casino's got the best of it all the way. The casino's got the best of it all the way. And poker is a lot of skill. Casino is...
I played poker on like online, but I never played poker in like person. But I kind of understand poker. Like if you play your cards right, and like you don't let everyone know like what kind of cards you got, you don't make it obvious, you have like a higher percent of chance of winning. But at the same time, like maybe poker's a little different in person, so it could be your odds could be higher in person.
It's a lot of money if you win, but it's a lot of pressure, and they don't want you to win, because that's how they make their living.
Right.
They don't want you to make a living off them. So, casino is very hard,
Yeah, but you have what's been called the biggest run in the history of casino gambling.
I don't want to call it a run, but it took a long time. But I started out
But the rumor is you started with $50 and came to Vegas.
Yeah, I had $50 when I got to Vegas. But then, gamblers, they borrow from each other. They lend money. So I borrowed 10,000 and it went up, or won 30,000. And then started gambling, play a little pool, and then play a little poker. And then, I got it up to millions. You can do it. If you get lucky, you can do it.
You turned $50 into how many million?
In the beginning, it was like maybe 18 million.
18. No.
Yeah, and then it went a lot more. I don't want to say exactly, but
The fact that he said he went to Vegas with $50 and then flipped that is like amazing. Like, how are you that good at gambling? Like, I'm not saying gambling is good. I don't recommend it because then you could lose. You have a high chance of losing. He had to borrow $10,000 just so he can like have a chance because that's. I mean, I guess that's how it is. You just need like that one lucky draw, and like you're like already winning, and then I guess he kept winning. So
don't matter. I lost the money back anyway, so
How long did it take you to build it all?
the whole thing lasted 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah.
And what was it a pleasurable experience, or was it stressful, or
Very stressful. Very stressful. The casinos didn't like it. They were trying to beat me, and I was trying to beat them. And then it was a war
between
me and the casinos.
yeah.
The casinos trying to stop me. They thought that I was dangerous because I had so much speed. I bet all my money, and then when I win a lot. The casinos are not used to that. They used to, you go lose your money and go home sleep. Go sleep it off.
What kind of things happen behind the scenes? Are you treated differently because you're walking away with so much money?
Yeah, very dangerous. Beating casinos out of their money. I even end up being arrested. They accused me of a whole bunch of things, and I had my attorneys got. This is speculation, but that's probably what took place. I didn't get very good counsel, cost me a lot of money, and they told me to plead down. So you have to get out of this. So they gave me 1 year probation, which it turned out to be a lie. And down to give me 3 years probation. When I went in front of the judge, everything was different. So all my attorneys lied to me. So I got terrible counsel. And then they told me you don't have to do restitution, pay this, that. So they said, no, they hit me with a restitution, $12,000. So it was a horrible experience,
But what was it stemming from? From a claim that you were cheating?
Yeah, they claimed that they found some kind of mark card or something in a casino. And
so they accused him of cheating because he was too much of a winner. Honestly, he was a winner at the casino, and he just had a way to win, and they started hating on him because they started losing money. But I mean, that's a lot of money. I can't even imagine, honestly.
it was all lie. They didn't have it. If they had it, but they didn't have no proof that I did anything, and they got me to play it down. They hold you for about a year, put the pressure on you. And then after a year, they say, well, don't you want to plead? We'll give you 1 year probation. You don't have to pay this. You don't have to pay that. And that was all lies. So it was a horrible thing what happened to me there. But they wanted to destroy my name. I had the biggest name in the industry by gambling and poker. I beat some of the best poker players in the world. They didn't like that at all.
Hey, he keeps his demeanor pretty well. Like he actually has like a good poker face. Like he looks so relaxed. And I'm not saying that's just because like he didn't use drugs at all. He doesn't use alcohol, but it's like I can see why he could win a lot in gambling because when you're going against him, you don't know if he's just some like bluffer or if he's serious or not. Like so, I guess that's what he learned from poker, in my opinion.
And then casinos, I go up and down. They didn't like that either. They like the downside when you go, but when you go up, they didn't like it. They got to find some way to. So they'd already be up pretty good. And then they put me up, on the internet and stuff. They say that I was cheating and this and that. They never proved it. Otherwise, they would have hit me with it.
So, what is gambling for you? Is it an addiction?
No, I made a living with it.
But is it a compulsion? Do you have any control over it?
You go to compulsion, yeah, but everything is a compulsion, even when you work. Something you have to do to make a living. You know what I mean? It goes into your blood, pretty much. The winning part and the losing part.
Do you enjoy winning?
Gamblers enjoy both winning and losing.
Really?
You get a fix by losing. You get the downside of it. It's like a heroin, and I don't do drugs, but I got a pretty good idea what it is. By watching people, that did it. Heroin, you go down, and you go up, you do cocaine. So when you win, that's the cocaine of gambling. And when you lose, then you're down back on the heroin, that side. So you're speedballing over there. It's not a good thing. I don't recommend that to anybody.
What kind of people are you mingling with in that world you're living in?
You get from the highest class to the lowest class. You get all kinds of people. From A to Z. And there. You get some good people, and you get some terrible people. You get all kinds.
Does it affect?
I don't mean to cut Mark's question off, but I mean like what I find interesting is that he could put himself in a casino for that long and around that much people that are like he said, there's like good people, there's bad people from all types of classes, and like I get kind of like paranoid. I would get kind of paranoid if I was just always in the casino because people just know like there's money involved in like every situation, and I guess Vegas is different, but I mean, I still would be a little like paranoid, and I would like have to watch over my shoulder a lot because like you never know like who could be watching you, you know.
Your emotions?
Yeah, it destroys your emotions. Look what they did to me. They make me look like a criminal. I never broke a law in my life. But they were trying to get me out of the casino. They did tried it a few times, and it didn't work, and they finally tried it. Let's hit him once and for all, once for good. Make him look real bad, and then all my attorneys double-crossed me.
When you were at your highest point, did you feel like your life was in danger?
Of course. Of course, my life was in danger all times.
Because you beat some of the best people in the world and things like that?
Yeah, all of that. The money part, and then the casinos don't like to get beat. So it's not a good life. You know what I mean? It happened to be my life. I didn't plan it. It just happened. You know what I mean?
You think there's something in your personality, in your makeup, that draws you to gambling?
Yeah, I guess so. You can say that. Something drew. Well, I was good at it. I had no fear, so that made me strong. It's like going to war. There's bullets coming, but you just go right through it. You know what I mean?
You're not afraid of losing.
I'm afraid to lose because I know it's part of it. You know,
What's your view on money?
the money part, the same thing. Money is overrated. It's horrible that, you know, that you cannot live without money. You know, that's how it is. But all the big crimes and everything is behind money. You know what I mean? What's over here? This is the wall part of
It's a wall.
the wall there.
What's meaningful to you in your life?
Well, it's too late now in the game. Meaningful is, you know, to take it easy, but I can't even do that now. I'm old, and I'm old and I'm pretty sick now, and broke. That's the bad combination.
You're broke now?
Oh, yeah, I'm broke too. I lost all the money. Made millions, lost it. I lost the bag. If I was cheating, first of all, the casinos say, they claim that I was doing this and that. I'm not going to get broke. I have some kind of defense, but I lost. So, there's the proof is in the pudding.
What was the highest point of your life or your career as a gambler?
You mean how much money?
I guess, yeah.
It wasn't the millions. I don't want to say, you know what I mean?
I heard 40.
Yeah, that's very close. It didn't matter. After I got broke, it was 0.
So I guess you could hear that a lot of the time when people say, "Oh, you shouldn't gamble," like, or you should know when to pull out, is because like you got you can win a lot, but then like you could lose everything. Is what he's trying to say. Like he probably could have said all in. Like he could have just went all in one day, and he had to owe some. So there's a lot of factors into like I guess losing. But the fact that he lost billions of dollars, it's still like it still raises a question.
And what's your biggest regret?
My biggest regret, I tried to invest money, but I'm not an investor. I'm a gambler. That's who I am. That's my personality.
What are you proudest of in your life?
Proud? Not much, to tell you the truth. Not much.
Yeah.
Because, in the end, is like I said, the pressure got to me. My health went down. So I pay the price anyway. Whatever you do, you pay the price. Nothing is for free. There's no free rides here. You win, you pay the price. You lose, you pay the price. Nothing is for free in this world.
Yeah, there's always a trade-off.
There's a trade-off, yeah. Or no matter what you do, yeah, pay the price.
It's the law of the universe, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tell me about risk. Some people have an appetite for risk, and others are risk-averse.
Well, that's what makes you a good gambler or a bad gambler, if you how much you're willing to risk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you need to be able to tolerate it, right?
You need the adrenaline.
Yeah.
To tolerate. But look at me, I broke down my whole system. I ended up with an aneurysm in the head because of the pressure.
Pressure from all the stress?
All the risk, all the time.
What was the lowest point in your life?
Low?
Yeah, lowest.
Low point is when I got sick. When your health goes, then everything. Health is more important than anything in life, in anybody's life. You can't buy it. I don't care if you got millions or billions. People would give billions just for a few days of life.
Yep.
So health is number one. So I did, say back then, I said that money didn't mean anything, which it didn't. Otherwise, I wouldn't gamble it. I wouldn't gamble it, and I wouldn't lost it either. So that means that's what makes a gambler. He's not afraid to win, and he's not afraid to lose. You understand?
Yeah.
Now, if I was to be now, it's a little different. You know, I don't think that I have the speed that I had when I was younger. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Now I size money a little more. Now that's going to change my style. If I had to gamble again, I have to gamble the same way. I got to go all out. You know what I mean? On attack mode. You know, trying to win. So,
What's the most important lesson you've learned in your life?
I learned that, like I said before, you can, the good things you cannot buy with money. A good friend you can buy. A friend can save your life, or he can help you when you're down and out. You know, some of the good things, your health and stuff, you can't buy with money. Some of the best things you can buy with money. Money is very important, but it's not number one. Not by a long shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, Archie. Thank you so much for sharing your story.
You're very welcome.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That was a good video. Ad-free uploads as well as 6 videos from now. So that was Archie, and appreciate you for watching. Thank you, Mark, for the video. Thank you for your patience, consistency, and everything you do for informative and educational purposes. It helps me get a better view on life and things like that. And I'm just here to watch the video with everyone else that needs someone to watch it with.